This is my grandfather, Thomas Kohler, and I'm interviewing him about the times he served during the war. How long did you serve in the service?
Well, I'll tell you, grandchild. I was in the service for 3.5 years. Served in Korea for 13 months. Went to Vietnam for 4 months until I became a casualty. I was bitten by a snake, and I ended up 7 days later in a hospital in Japan, military hospital. And from there, I came back to Fort Riley, Kansas, where I finished the rest of my service. As a matter of fact, I finished the rest of my service on the United States Army boxing team. I was a fighter in the service. And I was discharged in 1965.
How old were you?
I was 17 when I went in, and I was 20 when I got out.
What were your duties during the Vietnam War?
During the Vietnam War, I was what they call a combat cook. What I've done, well, naturally, you know what a cook does. An army runs on its belly. You feed them good, and they fight better. And when I wasn't cooking, when we had sea rations, I would go into a squad and we'd go out for patrols and pull guard duty. All in all, anything that was to be done, we done.
What were sea rashes?
Sea rations used to come in a can and used to heat them and eat them.
Do you remember any of the meals that you prepared?
Well, there's meals called what's called SOS, which is cream beef on toast. That was a breakfast meal. Of course, we had scrambled eggs and we had bacon and for meals in the morning. And it was meals that were easily prepared. You couldn't spend a lot of time with them because you wasn't prepared to spend that much time in one spot because you never knew what was going to happen anytime soon.
Did you have a certain time that you had to wake up, and where did you sleep at night?
Well, we slept wherever you could. I was fortunate being in the mess tent most of the time. I was able to sleep in the mess tent. But most of the guys slept in their own foxholes or out in shelter halves. So they make two shelter halves together. They can make a little pup tent. And they would sleep in those. But you slept wherever you could or wherever you felt comfortable. And nobody slept that much, believe me when I tell you.
How did you wake up? Like, did you just wake up whenever you did, or?
Oh no, there was a whistle that went off and you woke right up anyway. Most of the guys you didn't have to. Usually you would hear some guy yelling, "All right, get up, revelate," because the less noise you made, the better off you are. And especially in the morning at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, you can't see your hand in front of your face, and so you just want to be very, very careful because the sound goes a long way at night.
What were some of the worst things you witnessed during your time here?
There was just too many. You can't pick out one. There was a lot of stuff that I would never want to see again. See innocent people dead. You see people in mass graves. You see people burning up. You can go on and on and on. There is no such thing as a worst thing. War period would probably be the worst thing.
How did the war impact your life?
I really can't tell you how it's impacted my life. It's left a scar in my way of thought. I'm sure. I probably don't even realize it today, but it's there.
Did you communicate with people other than the ones fighting for our country?
Absolutely not.
There was no letters that you could send. It was just...
Well, the people, you got to remember one thing. You're in a strange country, and since they have slant eyes, everybody became suspicious, so you really never wanted to make friends with the people who were there. You'd be nice as you could, but you couldn't trust anybody. You just had to watch everybody. You had to watch your back like you had 10 eyes.
Are you still friends with anyone you met then?
When I left the service, that was it. I haven't seen anybody since I left the service. That was in 1965.
Do you ever wish that you didn't go?
Not really. At the time, yes, but not today. The only thing that bothers me today is I still don't know what we went there for.
Do you or did you have any nightmares during or after your time served?
I did a few times, but I really can't remember. It's been that long ago, unfortunately. And well, fortunately and unfortunately. Fortunately, I don't have nothing bothers me too much today.
Did you ever think that you were going to die at one point?
On a consistent basis, yes.
How do you think the war affected your life?
You know something, I really don't know how well I would have turned out if I didn't go, but I know how well I turned out after I went. So in all, I don't know, it's made a better man out of me or it's made a more skeptical individual out of me. I really couldn't say. But I'm sure there's a change in there. I probably don't know it because it's myself and sometimes it's hard to analyze yourself.
How often do memories of the war pop in your head?
Well, I belong to the VFW and I'm also the Senior Vice Commander at the Nelson Mack 4651 post. And I hear a lot of guys. I hear it on a consistent basis. I do my best not to get involved unless I'm directly asked. I don't like to bring up bad times.
What is your overall opinion on the war and the controversy itself?
Well, if I only knew what the war was all about, and I still don't know to this day, it would probably bring a little more, I don't know what you say. I would feel a little bit more better about it if I knew what I went for. And to this day, I don't know.
What is your hat symbolizing?
The hat I have in my head?
Yes.
Well, that's to recognize that I'm a Vietnam veteran.
Did everyone get one?
No, you have to buy these individuals. You're not given these.
Oh. Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.